Hello everyone. Before we get started, if you enjoyed this video once it's done, please give it a like, share, and comment as well. Doing all three of these things helps the algorithm push my videos to people who may be interested in the type of content that I put out. This really will help me out a whole lot. Thank you. Don't buy a pet through Craigslist. It was the worst mistake of my life. And even as I'm telling you this right now, I'm still suffering the consequences of what happened. Until this day, I don't know what I got that was from Craigslist, but I can assure you that it wasn't like on the pictures. Let me explain to you. My name is Tucker, and this is what happened to me. Back in 2017, so when I was in my early 20s, I happened to come across something on Craigslist. I was looking for something else, but I came across this dog. It was a really lovely, cute dog, and it happened to catch my attention. There was a person selling the dog on Craigslist. I don't know why you would sell your dog on Craigslist, but hey, I guess he didn't want to take it to a shelter. He wanted to make sure that the pet had a nice home. The guy's name was Roger, and he said that he was going to be joining the military, and he didn't have any family members that could watch the dog or keep the dog. So he decided to give the dog up and sell him on Craigslist. He was going for about $50. I looked at the dog and I realized how cute and adorable he was. I was already looking to get a pet, and this saved me the trouble. So I contacted the seller and I asked him information and he gave it to me. I later found out that he was in the same city as me, and so that made things a lot more perfect. So afterwards, he decided to come over to my place after I gave him my address to drop the dog off. I was happy. He said that he was going to drop the dog off the following day. After we made a deal on what day he was going to drop the dog off, I got up from my computer, shut it off, and went shopping at Petco to buy me some things for the dog. Afterwards, as I got everything set up, I couldn't wait for the next day. I was going to have my new pet dog with me, and I was going to make sure that it felt at home. I knew it was going to take the dog some time to adjust. I mean, he's been with his owner for a while, so seeing a new face, he may not react very well to that, which I was expecting. When I heard the knock at my door the next morning, I got up, opened the door, and I saw the man. And then I looked towards the dog, and that's when I was taken aback. This dog looked completely different than what I saw in the picture. This dog was really tall. I'm talking about almost as tall as me. And I'm about 6 feet tall. This dog basically stood up to my chest. I thought maybe it was a Great Dane or something, but this dog just kept on looking at me. Something was off with the dog, but I couldn't tell. The man who was selling the dog looked like he was scared and paranoid. That's when I asked him, "Oh wow, the dog you advertised on Craigslist is certainly not the same dog I'm seeing here." "Oh yeah, about that. That was when he was a puppy. I'm sorry, I never had time to really take a lot of pictures of him like other people do with their pets. But trust me, this is the same dog," Roger said to me while trying to rush and hurry so he can get out of here. I figured that it most likely was, so I accepted the dog and I thanked him, and then afterwards I brought the dog in. For the next couple of days, the dog acted pretty good. It obeyed me, it was potty trained, it listened, didn't give me hard times or anything, didn't destroy anything. It was a well-behaved dog, and I was surprised. But on my 4th day of keeping the dog, that's when everything changed. I don't know how to put this, but I'll just go ahead and say it. There were things that this dog was doing that, to me, showed signs of intelligence, like human intelligence. The dog would just look at me, like it was reading me or something. Then I would notice that the dog would sit down and give me this look that, I don't know how to put it. A look of like it was watching me and keeping tabs on me. It kind of weirded me out, but I figured that the dog was just, nervous and scared. He did change owners. He was used to one owner and then he got a new owner. So the dog was probably confused, but then other strange things started to happen. I noticed that food would go missing in my refrigerator. I figured that it was obviously the dog, but then I would notice stuff missing from my top cabinet where I know the dog could not reach at. This is when things started to get a little spooky for me and very uncomfortable. Something that dog did that made me realize I made a very horrible mistake purchasing this dog. It was that one night I was cooking something for myself. I sat down and I was about to watch television, and that's when I heard a growl from the dog. Now, to you, you might think, well, that's normal for dogs to act that way. But what you don't understand is that when I got this dog didn't make not one sound, not any sound that relates to a dog, until now. The dog was growling, but something fell off about the growl. I turned towards my dog and I saw how tall he was, which I knew that. Most likely he was a Great Dane mix. But then what I saw next had me freaking out and running out of my house, where I would stay with a friend for the next couple of days until I figured out what was going on. The dog that I had began to grow. It looked freaky. I almost had to do a double take to make sure I wasn't going crazy, but no, the dog was growing. I kept hearing bones pop and everything else. The dog grew longer and longer until it stood up on its hind legs. Then I saw horns protruding out of its head, and that's when I realized I couldn't stay there, and I knew what was happening. I grabbed what was ever in front of me, and I ran out that house. When I ran out my house, I heard demonic screaming, and then I kept on running until I found a priest. Eventually, when I came back to the house, all the windows in my house were busted open, and there was no sign of that dog. The priest did a blessing for my house. That was about it. But I still did not feel safe being there, and so eventually I moved. I don't know what I saw, but that was definitely not a dog. And not only that, I learned a very valuable lesson. Just go to the pet store and buy yourself an animal. Don't buy weird stuff off of people, because till this day, I don't know what that man brought over to my place. And I want to bet all my life savings he knew about it, and that's why he was in a rush to get rid of him. I really should have known. Now, because of that, now I don't buy any pets offline. I don't care how good they look or how cute or adorable they are. I just don't.